You've heard me talk about it before, but today we're going to count down my top 5 very favorite features on Honeybook for freelancers. So if you are a freelancer, this is a tool that you should definitely look into. There are a ton of different other tools that do functionally the same thing as Honeybook. For me, I found that it is a unified place to run a ton of different aspects of my brand, and it's been really, really helpful to me. If you watch a previous video, I talk about how the automations within Honeybook changed how I operate my business. Without further ado, let's start arbitrarily counting down from 5 being my less most favorite to 1 being my most favorite feature on Honeybook if you're running a freelance business. So number 5, questionnaires for vetting new clients. I love using the automated questionnaires feature in Honeybook. How this functions for my business is when someone submits an inquiry form, which is on the homepage of my website, if they select certain project types, Honeybook automatically sends them a questionnaire that I've built out that's about that project type. So for example, if somebody fills out a questionnaire and is like, I want help with social media marketing, they're going to get a questionnaire that's asking all the questions that I used to spend hours back and forth on email with any potential client, asking like, do you already have an Instagram? What's your Instagram handle? What have you tried in the past? Do you want to start a new type of content? Will you make videos? Like all those different things. That's all in this nice, neat little questionnaire. And now for me, what I do for using it as a vetting tool is if a client submits the inquiry form, receives the questionnaire, reads it, and doesn't send it back, I am never going to reach back out to that person. That sounds harsh, but I'm not going to chase them down via email and check in with them and say, please fill out the questionnaire. Like I have one automation that I will sometimes send out if I'm like, okay, from this inquiry, this person looked like they could be a really good fit. They've read that there's a questionnaire, like they've opened the email, they see it, they just haven't filled it out yet. I will give them one nudge. That's my one. If the inquiry form looks good. If it doesn't look like they'd be a good fit, or it's incomplete, or a million other reasons, I'm not going to reach back out. I don't have the time. And if you can't fill out a questionnaire, that's a really good vetting tool for me that you're not going to be able to potentially follow through with some of the other things that we would need to complete your project, right? You're probably not going to send me photos on time. It's just maybe you had a bad week. Hopefully you'll circle back on your own, but I am not chasing you down. This is different if they have not read the questionnaire. If that email remains unopened, I will occasionally reach out and check to see if there was an issue with the email going through. I think it's happened once that there has been an issue. The rest of the time, you don't fill out the questions, that's a vetting process. Goodbye. Number 4, my 4th favorite thing on Honeybook is the automations features. Now we talked a little bit about that with the questionnaires, but it's really, really nice to set up automated workflows. I do this in the vetting and onboarding process, as we just discussed, and I also do this with the existing clients. So that's payment reminders, signature reminders for contracts, email reminders for meetings. I have all of these things set up to automatically go out. Usually it's 3 days before a payment or a meeting or something, deadline of some sort. 3 days, 24 hours, 1 hour. It's just the flows that I've set up for those. And it's been really helpful. I've had so many more people show up to meetings because I know how easy it is to forget. I've done that. Less no-shows, less missed payments, less overdue payments in general. And I'm not chasing it down. It's happening automatically. Those payment reminders are going out. Those are key. Having those get sent out really, really saves me a lot of time. And especially when I first started using Honeybook, it saved me that level of awkwardness of having to craft like, hey, please give me money. I built out an automation for it. I'm like, the robots are asking you for the money. It's me. Yeah, I want the money, but it's the robots. Now, obviously, Now, obviously, there's a level of confidence that comes with asking people to pay me the money they agreed to pay me, so that definitely has changed. Number 3, my other favorite thing that we've already briefly talked about is my intake form. I built this out through Honeybook. It's on the homepage of my website. It is how people are directed to contact me. And it's a really, really great tool because it helps sort people into the right category. Typically, when someone fills out the inquiry form, I already know good information about them as soon as I'm reading that form. They're talking about what their needs are. They're at least giving me the good information I need to follow up. And it also triggers that questionnaire automation, which I love. Number 2 feature that freelancers must have, whether you use it on Honeybook or not, you need a scheduling tool. I love that it's integrated within Honeybook and that it processes right through my Google Calendar and everything. And it's easy for users, right? For potential clients and people I'm meeting with. Really simple for them to use. Really, really, really nice for me because I just email, text, whatever, that link. They fill it out. They get the Zoom information. They get email updates. Everybody's happy. They show up to the meeting. We're having a great day. It also reads the blocked time in my Google Calendar, which is really helpful to not double book. Not that that doesn't happen. It's usually because I'm manually booking something and I don't check my calendar. When it's the automatic booking system through Honeybook, people can't book times that I'm already seeing someone else or that I've blocked out on my Google Calendar as a no meeting day so that I can record YouTube videos or things like that. It's so handy, and it has made me A, much more professional, and B, get the right people into a meeting, right? I can sort that there's tons of different types of sessions that I can set up and offer through the scheduling, whether it's phone calls, in-person, Zoom meetings, and it's integrated with my Zoom account so that it just creates the meeting link. All of that, love it. Calendly and TidyCal do similar things, but I love that it's then tied to that client's project. So I can go back and see like, okay, yeah, we met, and like here were the details from that meeting, and now I'm putting in a proposal and etc. Like all that stuff. Number 1 feature for Honeybook for freelancers is the payment portal. Getting paid, getting money, so easy and very, very professional. You can set up your own branding within the whole Honeybook suite of features. It looks good. It's so much easier than being like, I'll send you a PayPal request or submitting an invoice manually and then hoping that they get back to you, all that stuff, right? Like the payment request goes, the invoice goes, the proposal, whatever else. Those send out the contract. They can sign contracts through the payment portal as well. All of that goes through. You can see when they view it. You can see if they've signed it. You can see if they've opened the email. That is huge for me because I will say occasionally I send out a payment request and I get oh, I didn't see that. I'm like, you did. I saw that you did. That doesn't usually happen. People are awesome. I have the best clients. But that's because I've been able to shift my services and the way I offer them in a way that's really, really professional and makes it easy for my clients to work with me and set up kind of the boring, like, nuts and bolts side of my business to make it efficient. It's just me running this. So I need the robots to do the work for me. I would love to hear about what tools you're using to help automate your business, or if you use Honeybook, what are your favorite features for your freelance lifestyle? Tell me in a comment below. And until next time, stay badass.